everybody, turn to your first open page in your math journal. So where did I have them?
That's your first one.
The pencil sharpener is not open. Your desk should have plenty of options for you. Thank you, Miss, for asking about that. I'm not sure, but Miss, if you would like, I have a thing of sticky notes on my desk. Just grab one and cover that in for us. All right, everybody. On the page in your math journal, I want you to make 6 number bonds like I have done here. What? You do not have to draw a square around them. You can. I just want 6 number bonds put on your paper. 6 number bonds. And after you get those 6 number bonds drawn, please give me a thumbs up so I can know that we are ready for the next part. Draw those quickly. I see that we have a couple people at the pink table have finished drawing their number bonds. Green table starting to give me some signals that their number bonds are done. And this is kind of how I did mine because I could fit in only 2 on a row, but it does not have to look like this. You can do all 6 in a line like Gage has done, and Layla did hers that way. Reed did 3 across. It doesn't matter what your paper looks like, just 6 number bonds. All right. I am seeing a lot of thumbs up from the back section. I am seeing orange tables showing me they are done. Yellow table and blue table. Everybody's done. All right. Inside of every number bond, the whole number you're going to use is 10. So make your whole 10. And I want you to make 6 different number bonds. And sometimes when we say different, we would say, I'll give you an example up here. We would say 9 and 1 is different than
1 and 9.
1 and 9. Today we're not. I only want you to use the set of numbers one time.
Okay.
So you only either need to go starting with the low to the middle. What's the middle?
The middle is
If I were to say,
whole.
if I were to say the middle was the double, what's the double for 10?
9 and 5.
5 and 5. So when you get to 5 and 5, you do not need to repeat your numbers. So go ahead and make all of these different number bonds for 10. When you have your number bonds done, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. I'm going to give you about 1 more minute to finish your number bonds if I don't have everybody's thumbs already up. All right, I'm seeing a lot of hands are going up. We're almost done. Jake, can you go ahead and write your number bonds? You're making all bonds of 10 using different 10. I'm gonna walk around and give a quick eyeball. Looks like almost everybody is done. Great job, everybody. Okay, so now we're gonna go over what you guys all said. So pull out a red crown and a green crown out of your desk. Sometimes for phonics we use red and blue, but I chose red and green today because red, I'm going to say, is stop. I didn't know that one. And green is like go. I did that one right. So just like we're driving in a car. Red light, green light.
Christmas colors.
Exactly. And if you do not have a red or a green crown, you may go see if we have one in the lost and found it crowns. We are missing a lot of either red or green crowns, it looks like. If we are over there because we don't like the green we have, or we don't like the red we have at our desk, that's not being helpful to the kids who don't have one.
Class, if all of you are missing those crayons, it would probably be a good idea for you to go home and say, Mom and Dad, I need another box of crayons. Because if we have this many people who don't have a red or a green, that tells me that you are missing some important colors.
I just need one because I can't get this one done, and this is my only red I have.
Yeah, so you probably do need one, but it would be okay. Crayons are really not, they don't cost very much money, so I bet Mom and Dad would be okay with getting you a box if you are getting short on crayons.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to pull a stick out of the bucket, and you're going to tell me one of the number bonds that you wrote down. Okay? So, number 17
Read.
is read. Can you tell me one of the number bonds that you made, Reed?
6 and 4.
6 and 4. 6 and 4.
That's what
Who
I
has 6 and 4 on their paper? Thumbs up if you do. If you have 6 and 4 on your paper, I want you to circle it in green. If you do not have 6 and 4 on your paper, I want you to make another number bond and do 10, 6, 4. Does it matter if you had put it like this instead? If you had put 4 first and 6 next, is that the same thing as 6 and 4? It is, so you can circle that
But
version too.
if you don't do it, you have to do it in red.
Right, if you do not have 10, 6, and 4 as one of your number bonds, circle it in red. And write it out for me, please. Let's see.
Right. Now circle that.
All right.
What if you don't do it at the bottom?
That's okay. All right. Number 11. Kieran, can you tell me another number bond that you have?
10 and 0.
Oh, he has 10 and 0. It could also be 0 and 10. Either way, if you have 0 and 10 as one of your 6 number bonds, circle it in red.
I have
If you do not have that,
10 and 0.
that works too. Either way, if you have it, circle it in green. If you do not have it, circle it in red and make a new one. And it's okay if you don't have them. We're just practicing making 10 by making all these different number bonds. So don't worry if you are missing 10 and 0. Just make a new one. All right, let's see who's next.
You're supposed to do that in red.
I messed it up, Kieran. Could you circle your red? In green. When I said that, if you circled that one in red, and you had it already, could you cover up the red with green? Because Mrs. Garden misspoke the first time when she told you to do it. Number 19. Who is 19? Maya. Can you give me another number box? 8 and 2. All right. What's the other way we could do 8 and 2? 2 and 8. You got it. If you have 8 and 2 or 2 and 8, can you guys circle that one in green? What happens if you don't have it? Make it in red and circle it with the red, right?
Do you have
Make it in red?
Yeah, or you can circle it once you've made it. Just write it down.
You make the number bar in red.
You could make the whole thing red. That would be another way to show that you didn't have it. Miss Willow, do you have a question? No? You just are telling me you had that? I'm seeing a lot of good work. You guys had it over here. Awesome. Okay. Let's see here. Number 18. Do you have another number on 18?
Zoe.
Number 18. Three and 7. How could we do that differently?
7 and 3.
7 and 3. You guys got it. You know the drill. What color are we going to circle if we have it?
Green.
And if we don't, what are we going to do?
Color red.
Red. You got it.
7 and 3.
I am seeing a lot of people that have made 10 with a lot of green on their paper. I see a couple of reds, and that's okay.
Why are we doing all of
Oh, we're going to get to that today, and the answer to your question is, what have we been doing to solve our math equations, Kieran? We have been making 10, and so we are greening it if we know how to make 10. And if we did not know how to make that version of 10, we are making it red so we know how to help and what ones we need to practice more on. All right, we have 2 more, and I would like number 9 to tell me one of those 2. Who's number 9? Layla. Can you tell me another one you have? 9 and 1. That could also be the same as 1 and 9. If you have 9 and 1 or 1 and 9, circle it in green. If you don't, make a new number bond and circle it in red. And the last one, last but certainly not least, number 1. Can you tell me what our last number bond should be?
5 and 5.
5 and 5. That's our double. If we had 5 plus 5, 5. We got to circle it in green.
My whole paper's green.
Okay, raise your hand if you had all 6 of these circled in green. Raise your hand if you had 1 or 2 of them that needed to be red. And can I ask, was the one that was most difficult, did you guys have 10 and 0? Was that where we had?
That's the easiest one.
Well, I mean, if we had to circle 1 in red, is that the one we forgot? Probably, it seems like 10 and 0 is the one we forgot.
No,
And you know why I think that is?
No.
Well, not for all of you, but when I look at the ones who missed it and needed to write it down, 10 and 0 is the one that they missed. And that's probably because, did you really have to make 10? Because it was already there. So that doesn't surprise me that 10 and 0 is the one we would forget about. He's the Lone Ranger.
But I did all.
Kieran, do you have a question?
Yeah. I have like one more.
What other one would you have?
8 and 1.
8 and 1.
8 and 2. 8 and 2.
If I have,
8 and 1 makes 9. 8 and 1 makes 9.
okay, but let's show him by making a quick math drawing. I have 8 circles. And then I have one more circle over here. If I bring this one down here, and we know that this is a 5 square or a 10 square when we put them together.
That's a 10 for 2, 4,
How many are missing, Karen?
1.
1. So 8 and 1, does that make 10?
Yeah.
8 and 1 makes how many, Karen?
9.
You got it, 9. And sometimes that's what we call a strategy. Number bonds might not be the strategy that works the best for you. Maybe pictures are better for you to solve your math problems. And that's what we're actually going to be practicing today, Kieran. So thank you for making my job easier today, Kieran, because we're going to talk about that strategies. It doesn't matter which one you use. The reason we show you a lot of strategies is so that you can use the one that's best for you. Okay, everybody, I want you to stand up, grab a whiteboard, grab a marker, grab an eraser, and come over here and make a circle. A circle.
Guys, this whiteboard got you back. No.
Girls and boys, they're 5 for 5.
The whiteboards are already on your table, so are your markers. Grab one.
Yes.
Come on over.
Faster.
We're making a circle, so don't set just anywhere. Make a big circle. No, I'm going to teach from there. All right. Go ahead and make a circle. After you've made a circle, be sure, guys, to make enough room that everybody can fit in. Think about who you are sitting next to. This is not a circle. This is a straight line. We need to make this rounded. If you are sitting by somebody, and I'm going to have to ask you to move, Miss Willow is a good example. Can you switch spots with Jacob W. for me? If I have to ask you to move, then you probably aren't in the best smart spot for yourself. Right? Why don't you come sit over here between Emma and Zoe? Reed? And no, you need to be in the circle because we're going to play around a sparkle. And that's why we made the circle, everybody. So set your board down and stand up right behind your board or stand up right in front of your board. All right. I know you guys all wanted to play Sparkle on Friday, and we said, Sophia, could you please switch spots with Jake?
Oh no.
I see that we are already talking, and we might as well start this off the right way.
It's always been so
Okay, so today's Sparkle, we're going to practice making 10. So if I were to go first, I would say 9 and 1 make 10. And then Benaiah would say,
5 and
no, you would say 8 and 2 make 10. Then Kieran would say 7 and 3 make 10. Remy would say 6 and 4 make 10. Willow would say Sparkle. Because we're only going to do 9, 8, 7, 6. Sparkle.
5. 9, 8, 7. So 5
So we're not going to do the 10 or the 5 because
5 and 5 would be Sparkle.
5 and 5 is kind of the same as the Sparkle. So if you feel extra rambunctious, you could say 5 and 5 make Sparkle. If you're feeling extra rambunctious today. Okay. Since I went this way for our example, I'm going to go this way so that nobody knows who's actually going to be Sparkle. Okay. I'll start. 9 and 1 make 10.
8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 3 make 10. and 3 make 10. 4 and 6 make 10. Sparkle.
You're gonna start with 9, Mila.
9 and 1 make 10. 8 and 2 make 10. 3 and 7 make 10.
4 and
1 makes 1.
no, he's sitting down. 9 and 1 make 10.
8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 3 make 10. And 4 and 6 make 10.
You're gonna start with 9, man.
9 and 1 make 10. 8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 3 make 10. 10 and 4 and 6 make 10. 4 and 7.
You're gonna say,
Sparkle.
okay, so you're starting with 9.
9 and 1 make 10. 8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 3 make 10.
6 and 4 make 10.
Michael.
Here's Maya.
9 and 1 make 10. 8 and 2 make 10. Sparkle.
Mila.
9 and 1 make 10.
Here.
8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 3 make 10. 6 and 4. 6 and 4.
6 and 4 what?
8 and 10.
5 and 5 make 10, so sparkle. Oh, you're already down? You're out, Maya. Okay, Gabe. 9 and 1. He already sparkled. He knew he was setting. It's your turn. 9 and 1.
9 and 1 makes 10. 8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 4.
6 and 4 what?
9 and 1 make 10. 8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 3 make 10.
6 and 4 make 10.
Sparkle. 9 and 8 and 2. 7 and 3 make 10.
No, she's at 6 and 4.
At 6 and 4.
Make what? Now you say what?
Sparkle.
9 and 1 make 10.
8 and 2 make 10. 6 and 4 make 10. Sparkle.
8 and 2 make 10.
7 and 3 make 10. 6 and 4. 6 and 4 make 10. Sparkle. Oh!
8 and 2 make 10.
7 and 3 make 10. I thought it was 2. 6. And Jacob are not drawing. 6 and 4 make 10. Sparkle.
Oh, Remy's out. Okay, 9 and 1 make 10.
8 and 2 make 10. Look at that window. 7 and 3 make 10. 6 and 4 make 10.
Sparkle.
9 and 1 make 10. Hey, that's mine. 6, 8 and 2. 8 and 2.
Make
Make 10.
7 and 3 make 10.
6 and 4. Swipe through.
All right, you two battle it out. Let's hear it.
9 and 1 make 10. 8 and 2 make 10. 7 and 3 make 10. 6 and 4. It's me.
You say what, Emma?
Sparkle. Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
All right. So we practiced making 10 a lot today. And I want you guys to turn to your shoulder partner who's right next to you.
I'd like to.
Okay. You two are going to do it. You two. Layla and Jacob. Emma and Reed. Zoe and Jake. Zoe and Jake. Miss and Mila. Riaj and Willow. Remy and Karen, Renaya, and myself. And I want you guys to tell each other 3 things you learned from Zern today. Just, you're going to talk to the person next to you about what you learned from Zern. What? Well, that's awesome. Try and tell them something you liked about Zern today. Well, be creative. I'm going to call on you specifically to tell me something you liked about Zern. Because you guys are talking you didn't like it. Okay, so has everybody shared something that you liked about Zern or learned from Zern? You guys learned about your Zern lessons? All right. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. All right. Can somebody volunteer to tell me something they liked or learned from Zern today? Gage, your hand was up first.
Power.
And why did you like that, Gage?
It helped you get
He liked the Tower of Power because he felt like it was helping him to practice and get smarter. Karen, what did you like?
the game, but it's kind of like pretty much matching, and like there's no time, like you ask them, and I did 12 plus 1 equals 50.
I like that too. And you know what? Benaiah was sharing with me that one of his favorite problems was what, Benaiah?
When they give you 7 and you have to add 3 more.
To make, and then there's one left over, right?
Yeah.
So it was 7 plus 4.
Like a challenge to me.
And he liked that challenge. Well, we're talking about what each of you liked, not what Reed, you might not like the same thing as Benaiah. Benaiah might not like the same thing as you about it. Zoe, what's something you learned or liked about it today?
I learned how to make 10 by adding and by subtracting.
I like that. Because when we make 10, if we have 7 plus 4, like Benaiah's example, if we add 3 to make 10, we have to subtract 3 from 4, and we have 1 left over. So today last week we were doing this with the numbers 9 and 8. We were making 10. Today we're going to add in the number 7 to make 10. So we're going to do some practice things together. We this morning in our math journal, we did the number bond strategy. Another strategy we can use is the simple math drawings. And you know what? I love all the fancy artwork that you guys can do in this class. But when you guys make really fancy artwork in your math drawings, it's really hard for me to be able to tell if you knew what to do or if you didn't know, because sometimes your drawings overtake the math work. It will be. You will be just fine. So today when I ask you, you're going to do whichever of those strategies you like better. Okay, you ready, guys? We're going to do some practice problems together. The first one I'm going to show you is 9 plus 5 equals what?
14.
Wow, you know what? That's awesome that you knew that right away, Jake, and a few others hollered out 14. And that's what we're going for. We want you to eventually be able to say 9 plus 5 equals 14. But if we didn't, who can make 10? Karen, what would you do to make 10? Would you make a number bond or a simple math drawing to make 10? You would make the simple math drawing. So Kira wants us to practice the simple math drawing. So everybody start with 9 dots. And then I want you to have 5 dots over here. And we're going to make these open dots so that we know when we borrow one. And if we were going to make this into a borrowing situation, we're going to move this one down here so it gets taken away from this. So now what number sentence would we have? 10 plus what? When I take one from here and move it over here to make 10, how many do I have left? I heard it.
4.
Karen, if I have to ask you again, you're going to switch spots with Emma.
Well, I'm trying to help him.
That's nice, but you're talking over the top of me, and right now I'm going to help him. And you will get an opportunity to help a partner later. But that's not this time. So don't worry, I've built in help time because I know you guys like to be helpful
Yeah.
and show each other. But we got to get through what I have to do first. So if you're going to make this into a simple math drawing, we would have 9 dots. We'd move 1 over here. We'd have 4 dots left. Emma told us. And that equals. So then we'd say 10 plus 4 equals,
14.
as Jake told us because he just knew that off the top of his head.
Me too.
Now let's do one more together. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to make you do very many of these on the whiteboard. You're going to get right to your practicing. So erase, erase, erase. This time, instead of doing a math drawing, I want somebody who can show me how to make it into a number bond. And we're going to use the number 7 plus 6 equals, who can tell me what we would do to make a number bond?
13.
Riaj, what would you do?
3 and 3.
You'd break the 6 up to do 3 and 3, is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So Riaj says he would do it like this if we were doing number bond. And what would you add to 7 to make 10, Riaj?
3.
So he would do 7 and 3 equal 10. So 10 plus, we have 3 left over.
13. We did this in Zorn.
You got it. I like that you're making that connection. So I heard Riaj and Zoe telling me that 10 plus 3 equals 13.
No, I said that first.
Oh, okay, Jacob. My eyes were trying.
16.
Okay.
No?
Well, I'm not worried about it. I heard the number 13 out there, and my board says 13. Can everybody flip their board around and let me see if you were able to make a number bond? And if you were able to get 13? All right. This time, I'm going to give you one more, and you get to choose. But you have to show me either a number bond or a simple math drawing. All right. Our sentence is going to be 8 equals what? I'm going to give you 1 minute to do either a simple math drawing or a number bond to solve 8 plus 6.
Can we do it both?
You can do both. If you finish early, I expect you to have both on there because I don't want anybody just being silly. 8 plus 6 equals.
Can we do the answer?
I would love for the answer to be on there as well. I'm going to give just a little bit more time because I know that if you were drawing a picture, it might have taken you a little longer than if you were using the number bond, and both are okay. All right. It looks like most of you have solved the answer. Give me a thumbs up if you've solved the answer. Give me a thumbs down if you need a few more seconds. Okay, I'll give you about 15 more seconds to solve for the answer. So you should have the answer. This number should be on your paper or on your whiteboard. I guess we are using whiteboards, not paper. What? No, I meant to make that into a box, but I'm upside down, and making a box is much harder than a circle for me. Okay, everybody, flip their board around so I can see what you chose. I see a lot of people doing both. And you know what I see here? I see a number line. And how could a number line help us? Can I borrow yours for a second? If I were to have a number line, this is a different strategy, and this is not one we're going to practice today, but we could use it as well. If I were to have a number line, and I knew that 8 was down here, and if I added to it, I could get there. So if I said 8, and then I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could also find it using a number line and saying 8 plus 6 is 14. But which is probably faster, making 10 or counting? So,
The easier way is splitting
you like the number?
6
Yeah.
because all you have to do is draw the numbers and then have this and then circle the ones that's supposed to go together to make 10 and then you have the whole part. You have the 4 to make 10 because you know that since the 2 is with the 8 it makes 10 so you can't use that 2.
That's right, Zoe.
So you can use that to make a machine.
So Zoe likes to do the number bond. Give me a thumbs up, number bond, your favorite of these two strategies. Give me a thumbs up if the simple math drawing is your favorite. We have a little bit of both, and I see
I like both of them.
you. Give me a thumbs up if you don't care which way we make you do it. You'll just do whatever I ask you to do. Oh wow, you guys are so like comfortable. So what number did you guys get? I saw that you guys said
14.
it was 14. I want you guys to go back to your seat, erase your boards, go back to your seat, put the boards under your supply box, and get ready to do some practice together. Supply. Emma, after you get your board put away, come grab this for your table. Sharon, can you come get this for your table?
How did you get
All right, everybody, take out a pencil. Oh, put your math journals away if you are done with them. All right. But you're going to be missing some important work. Can you pass this out to your table, ma'am? Because your table may put it on. All right, class. I do not want you to work ahead today. If I see you working ahead, you're going to get the distinct pleasure of coming up here to work beside me, so that I know you're not working ahead. Because I have a lot of instructions today, and if you work ahead, what will happen? You don't know. You will not know what I'm going to tell you. That's right. All right. I know. And we have a lot of people that like to work real good. And do you have to sit at your desk? If there's a smart spot around the room that would be better for you, feel free to go there.
I'm just gonna get my friend.
But I need you, if you have selected a smart spot,
You gotta stay where you are.
to stay where you are is right.
And you gotta.
And you need to be able to see me.
And also, can Karen still
He is in there until we switch to Gage.
How about nobody under the desk right now, because she can't see you very well.
At the start,
You are right.
Anywhere she can see you. Nobody under the desk right now.
and also people that can't be.
Thank you.
Miss, I don't think you'll be able to see the board from where you are sitting.
You have a seat.
You have to be able to see this board from where you are sitting.
See you, so whatever you
10 more seconds, and you need to be in your spot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are is where you will be. Benaya, I'm afraid you will not see the board from there, so can you move this? I know I need you to move in further, please. I can't see you, and you can't see me that well from where you are sitting. All right, everybody else, I think I can see your smiling faces pretty well. All right. The first problem is 4 plus 9. On our paper, we are going to do one of the two strategies. So we need to either solve this using a number bond or a simple math drawing. Who can tell me which number we would break apart if we were going to use a number bond? Riaj.
4.
Okay. And what would we break that into, Riaj?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. I'm going to make it this way so that my 1 is closer to the 9. So what would we do with the 1 and the 3 to make 10? Kieran. Okay. On number 1, I'm going to ask you to do both of these options. So you will want to be following along and doing both with me. And this is why I'm asking you not to work ahead, because it will be really important for you to help. Karen, would you like me to have Maya help you out on this answer? And then we can come back to you for the next part of it. Miss Maya, what would we do to make 10?
4 and
We have 4 broken apart into 3 and 1. So what 2 things do we put together to make a 10?
2 and 2.
Well, that's another way we can
Yeah,
break
that makes
4
4.
apart.
That makes 4.
Kieran, do you want to help her out? What would we put to make a 10 here? To make this easier to solve?
0.
I'm going to help you all out and say, we're going back to our making 10 over here, and the two numbers I see that make 10 are 9 and 1.
9 and 1. Darn it.
So what is left over? That's okay, Kieran.
And it's done.
When we have it right now, it is different. So we have a 10 now. What is left from our group of 4? 3. I heard lots of 3s. Equal. And 10 plus 3 is?
13.
13. Okay. So let's do this as a drawing. If I had 4 dots and 9 dots, I have 9 dots here, 4 dots here. I want to move 1 over here, so I have 10. So then I have 10 dots over here
on this desk.
and 3 dots here. So I get 10 plus 3 equals 13. And if 10 plus 3 equals 13, what do we know about 9 and 4? 9 and 4 is 13. Give me a thumbs up when your paper has both strategies on it. When your paper has both the number bond and the simple math drawing, thumbs up. Which should be fairly easy because if you were following along with me, your paper should be almost caught up. Thank you, Julie. I'm just dropping this. Okay. All right. So this time, Gage, I see that you have done the number bond, but where is your math drawing? You need to have both the math drawing and the number bond. I see, Miss, that you have the number drawing or the number bond, but not the math drawing. There is plenty of room. Dots can be as small as a pinhead.
I have a math drawing.
Reed, I do not see your math drawing. Maya, I do not see your math drawing. I see one. I see one here.
There's a lot of room
Benaya,
under
could you pick
the
it up for me?
background.
Sandra,
9.
I see one here, one here, one
A
here,
lot of room.
one here. All right, so the reason why I told you to follow along was because you had to do both. And some of you, the ones who I see, didn't have both, decided they should work ahead. And we are noticing that you guys are missing problems on your math work because you're not waiting for instructions. And so part of today's lesson is to practice waiting for instructions because this is kind of a practice for some of the stuff we've been doing.
And I see somebody making their head.
Well, they may miss out on an instruction I did, or they might do something wrong because they chose to work ahead.
Yes.
All right.
That's literally.
All right, so the next problem on your paper is 6 plus 8. I want you guys to take 1 minute, and you need to do one of the two that we just talked about, a drawing or a number bond, but I want you to show all of the work if you do the number bond, like we did together. And I'm going to set the timer literally for 1 minute. That way you guys know exactly how much time. Oh. All right, Ms. Redhead. Which one do you want? The number bond or the drawing? The number bond? Can you do that on this one? Which one are you going to break it apart?
More seconds. The time is literally done.
All right. right, the timer is up. We had 6 plus 8 equals, I'm going to tell you who you're going to talk to, and you're going to share your paper with that person and see if you guys got the same answer. Benaya, I want you to go over to Remy and work with him. Mila and Emma, Willow and Riaj, Wyatt and Jacob, Layla and Maya, Reed and Miss, Kieran and Sophia, and then the 3 of you will work together. Jacob. That happens sometimes, and he might find that he will be sad later on.
I got it done.
Well, she might find that she'll be sad later on when I give instructions. Or she might have already done it. Can you please work with her to see if you guys got the same answer? Raise your hand if you did number bonds.
I did both.
You did both. Raise your hand if you did a math drawing. Did you do number bonds or a math drawing?
I did both.
Okay. Raise your hand. Clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. Raise your hand if both partners got the number 14 as your answer. All right. If you did not get 14, raise your hand.
Where is
Did you get something different than 14? You took two and you put them over here, right? Oh, because you started with 4, and how many should we start with? That's because we are missing somebody. All right. Now we're going to do number 3. 7 plus 4. I want you to do it by yourself. 7 plus 4. Do it by yourself, and then we'll discuss it with our partners. Can you do 7 plus 4, Ms. Willow? 7 plus 4. Wait to discuss till I tell you. That is better, yes, sir. And then you would have gotten 14. Can you go ahead and try this one?
Oh, the whole thing?
7 plus 4. Just 7 plus 4.
Just 7 plus 4. No number.
You need to either have a number bond or a picture, but you do not have to have both. And you guys are looking through it? Perfect. All right. If you have finished your problem 7 plus 4, get with your partners and show them what you did. You're working on 7 plus 4? Okay. You guys can start on this one. And Benaya, thank you for helping Remy. And you guys are going to do 7 plus 4.
I don't know if I'm going to do that.
Sure did it right there.
I think I did. A number 4.
You got it. Okay, so 7.
I don't know if I got to do 7 plus 6 seconds.
And then you would have 4 more
The whole room.
One, two,
No,
it's gonna be, but if I want,
it's gonna take
4, 5, 6,
How many would you take out
for the first one right here, 9 plus 2. No, you do not. All right, everybody. Who can tell me what 7 plus 4 is? All right, great job. 7 plus 4 is 11. Give me a thumbs. Okay, now everybody, go back to your chair. Go back to your chair. Because I want you to do a different thing. No, you gotta go back to your chair. Read and miss. Take your papers with you. Because we are almost ready for recess.
How much does it?
We are going to do that.
If I take 2 out.
That is what I think.
What do you have left?
I knew that was coming.
So now you have 10 plus.
You're going to need those. So write that down.
You've got 10 plus 4, right? Let's wait and see what she says. I think she's not sure.
And I am not ready to see it for you.
So this one
So I was
would be
ignoring that.
3, right? So
Alive, it's only
if I take 3 out of there, I'm left with.
Okay, everybody, we got a little bit more to do, and then we're going to go to recess, so let's work really fast and hard. The first one at the bottom part is already been done for you. 9 plus 3 is the same as 10 plus 4, or 10 plus 2, sorry. And they went like this, okay? If we add 1 to 9, who can see that we had to take 1 away to get 3? So we count up 1, so this number had to be counted down 1. Let's do 5 and 8. How many do we have to add to 8 to make 10? 2. So we have 2 that we added to 8. If we take 2 away from 5, what would we do? 5, 4, 3. So which number over here would it be the same as? 10 plus 3. 10 plus 3. So go ahead and make a line to 10 plus 3. From 5 plus 8, like this. Let's do 9 and 6 together. How many do we have to add to 9 to make 10? 1. So then how many do we have to take away from 6 to get the 10 problem?
1.
So 6 minus 1 is 5. So we are going to draw a line from 9 over here. Who can tell me what we would do on 8 plus 9? 8 plus 9.
Equals 9 equals 17.
You got it, girl. But which one of these 10 equations is the same as 8 plus 9? Riyaj, what would we do? 10 and 7, because if we add 1 to 9 to make 10, we have to take 1 away from 8 to make 7. So he says it's 10 and 7. Raise your hand if you think that he's right. I agree. All right. I want you guys to do 4 plus 7 by yourself.
I did it. Am I done?
All right. What do we add to 7 to make 10, miss? What do we add to 7 to make 10?
4.
7 plus what makes 10?
11.
7 plus 4 makes 10? So you would draw a line from 4 plus 7 to 10 plus 4? But what if we take and add 3 to 7 to equal 10? What do we have to do to the 4?
11.
We have to do what? We have to minus it on this side. So 4 minus 3 equals 1. So your number should go from 4 plus 7 is the same as what? 10 plus what?
1.
You got it. All right. So does that mean that 6 plus 8 is 10 plus 3?
No.
No. What would we do to 8 to make 10? Gage. What do we do to 8 to make 10? How many does it take? How many does it borrow? 2. So we add 2 to make 10. So then, Emma, what would we do to the 6 if we add 2 over here?
There's only one more left, so it's 14.
What happens to the 6? That is the correct answer. But what happens to the 6? If we take 2 of these away, and to give the 8 2, what number does 6 become?
3.
3 and 2 make 6?
4.
4. So that means that 6 plus 8 is the same as 10 plus 4. That one was extra tricky. They didn't give you very much room to practice, but what could you have done if you wanted to solve this? Could you have made a number bond underneath to help you? What is another strategy you could have used?
know the last one.
Benaiah, what's another strategy?
So which one?
If you wanted to solve any of these, we said a number bond was one way. What's the other way we could have done it? To make 10.
But we have one.
We've been practicing it all morning. If we use a number bond, we can also use a simple math drawing. Okay, I want to see, stand up behind your chair if you like, nope, you're not listening to my instruction.
I didn't even stand up.
That's great because you were listening to my instruction. Stand up behind your chair if you like to make, you have to pick. You can't pick both because you can't stand up twice. If you like to make a simple math drawing, stand up now. If you like to make a number bond more than a simple math drawing, stand up now. Do both of those work?
Yeah.
Riaj and Wyatt are both mysteriously still sitting down.
Well, he was standing for the first one,
And then he
so he
said-
sat on the second.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Right.
was smart, Riaj. Okay,
Yeah.
I see where you went with that. Was that the same for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Me
sorry.
too.
That was
That was me
confusing.
too.
You too, Jake. Okay, everybody stand up.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Pink table, you may line up. And I don't know, do you think they need coats
I
still?
think this morning, and then we'll see how this afternoon is.
It's recess.
And I think,
And this is starting it. Running us late today.
It's okay.
oh,
Okay. Come on in and find a smart spot around the room.
that's mine.
If you are at your desk and somebody is sitting next to you, go ahead and put up your smart spot folder.
No, that one.
Leave your worksheet that we did this morning at your desk. We're going to be doing our exit ticket.
No. What did the school say? What did the teacher say to the school? Say what?
Our friends asked us to stop. We should definitely stop.
No, just say
Especially if our friend says, please stop.
Leave
And
me
they're not
alone.
laughing, right? That's not
What?
funny.
What? What?
Everybody find a smart spot around the room. Leave your worksheet that you did earlier today on your desk.
Is she recording to close the door? I was doing this because it's every day, every time I go to work. We're not doing that.
If you are at your smart spot and you are sitting next to somebody at your desk, then you need to put up your folders. Otherwise, you can stay at your spot and don't worry about your folders. Okay, everybody.
I didn't get a paper. I did get a paper.
Clap once if you can hear me. Clap twice if you can hear me. I have all the papers, so that is why none of you have a paper yet. So good observation, Maya and Kieran and a few others that came and asked me, where's my paper? Great job, everybody. You should be at a smart spot with a pencil. If you are sitting next to somebody, your folder should be up. Reed and Misk are going to come around and bring you a exit ticket.
What? I'm the helper.
Oh, you're the helper today?
And Jake.
Jacob and Jake are the helpers today? I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. I didn't even think about that. I want you to go around. On your exit ticket, you need to show one of the two strategies that we talked about today. Emma, can you tell me one of the strategies? On your paper, when you're doing your exit ticket, you have to use one of the two strategies that we talked about today to make 10. What are our two strategies we're working on? Well, number bond. Dana says number bond is one of them. What's the other one? Can anybody tell me? Wyatt F.
Simple math drawing.
A simple math drawing. Raise your hand if you still need your exit ticket. Mila needs an exit ticket. Willow needs an exit ticket. One for Mila, please. If you do not have your exit ticket, raise your hand. Kieran needs an exit ticket. Kieran up here needs an exit ticket. Does Jake have an exit ticket?
I need to ask Jake. I already have one. I have one. I need to ask Jake.
Okay, well now's not a question for our friend time. Now is a do our exit ticket. You take one for yourself.
I know we were gonna ask like
Jake, here you go. This is your exit ticket.
Jake.
Okay, so everybody, clap once if you can hear me.
These are all the same.
Clap twice if you can hear me. Okay, everybody take a deep breath in because I think we're still wound up for recess. And a deep breath out. If I can hear your voice, then you are not doing what I've asked. You need to begin your exit ticket. Every problem, you need to show me one of our two strategies. I do not care. You can pick if you want to use number bonds or number drawings, but you have to use one of those strategies. If you don't, then your answer will not be correct. You have to use a strategy.
You have to put your name on the top.
And your name needs to be on top.
And the date.
You do not need to be up walking around and putting papers away because those are not going over there.
And you do not.
Nope, your exit ticket.
If
Did you
you
get one?
don't want to do your name, you don't have to.
All right. Everybody should begin, and nobody should be talking to their neighbors. Nobody should be working with one another. This is your time to show me what you know. The exit ticket. This one is your exit ticket. The other worksheet should just be set to the side. All right. If you have a question, raise your hand, and I will come over to you and help you out. All three of them. to have one of the strategies.
So you have the input of the chart that you've already chatting into the member bonus. So what would be great to find a partner to help man with them? How many does man need? So put them in there. And what's the other part that you have? Okay. Now circle every one. That's the picture. And then come and put it right there. Do you think you want to change that number? Okay, so change that number. Okay.
When you are done, I want you to just put your name on the top, make sure that's there. Turn your paper into the basket, return to your chair, and put your head on your desk. Take your folder down if you have it up. Don't worry about this. This is what we'll do. Then turn it in and put your head on your desk. You only have to do one. You're going to leave that practice paper on your desk and I will tell you what to do with it. Otherwise, it should not be your concern right now. Once you have turned in your paper, make sure your folder's down and your head is on your desk. That's how I'll know that you're ready to move on. Because, I don't know about you guys, but after recess I feel tired, so we're going to take a rest.
So we can actually go to bed?
Well, if you wake up in a good mood, you can fall asleep for the next minute. But if you're grouchy when you wake up, don't fall asleep. Because my daughter's grouchy and I already woke somebody up that gets grouchy.
That's why I go to bed. Yeah, yes. Going to bed is very important.
Going to bed is very sleepy.
It's actually very important. Okay, going to bed is very important. It's very important.
Is your name on your paper?
I'm going to bed.
Awesome job. Go put it in the paper over there. Great job, Layla. Go put it in the paper over there in the basket. We have just a few more people working to finish up. Riyaj, do you have a question? Just leave them there. I'll tell everybody what to do. I'll borrow yours, though. Is that okay?
Yes.
If you are at your desk, we're also putting our heads on our desk because we have friends who are still working, so we want the room to remain more calm for them.
In fact, I'm going to add a magnet because I like how respectful you're being to your friends as they are working. Very nice job.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm. So helpful.
Jake and Maya, you guys have a lot of pencils under your table. Did you pick them up and put them in your bucket? Do they need these anymore?
No, not for me.
Okay. We are now all completed. And I see a lot of heads on our desk. And that is a great way to just kind of relax before we start our next piece, which is gonna be phonics. If I call your sticker color, I want you to put away the whiteboards.
Oh, this is
Your sticker color that I want to put away the whiteboards is yellow, which is my favorite color. But I don't even know who sets out yellow stickers, so yellow is my favorite color. Go ahead. Then put away the whiteboards. The whiteboards is the yellow stickers. The supply boxes should not be being put away because I have not asked anybody to put
Have
away
you
the
seen
supply
the
box.
girl that takes?
How come you, miss, we put away the whiteboards? Nope,
I don't even like purple.
you don't like purple. Because I'm using
My only favorite color.
Oh, I think I might have got one.
If you have the blue sticker, put away your supply box.
I only like blue.
Blue stickers, put away your supply box.
I have to do both. I don't know that. No, I have to do both. That's it. It's not my favorite color. It's the same.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It does not take any voices to put away supply boxes and whiteboards. Do you need them to take anything out? Everyone has asked what they should do with this paper right here, which was our practice paper. On the back of this practice paper are a lot of questions. If you guys bring back these tomorrow, for every column that you finish, and a column goes down like this, I will give you a ticket. But you have to show me either one of your strategies, either number bond or simple math drawing. If you want to take it home with you as homework tonight, set it on my desk. Yes.
Yes.
You do not
Yes,
have
sir.
to. If you
Yes,
have
sir.
one,
Let's go.
Mrs. Garton,
Yes.
if they do not show you one of their strategies, do they get a ticket?
If you do not show a strategy and you finish the entire backside, all of the problems,
No strategy.
I will give you one ticket if you do not show a strategy. If you show your strategy, you can earn up to 3 tickets.
I'm doing
And all you have to do is a number bond or a picture, right? You don't have to do both.
What if you do both?
I think you just have to do one. If you do both,
You
it's
get
good.
one if you show a strategy. If you take it home and do the strategy, you can get 3 tickets. What do you want to do? Right underneath here, you can make another bond or a picture for me. Do you want to take it home or do you want to take it home? All right, so now everybody, my time for math is done and you are going to do phonics. You should not be working on your worksheet now. They should either be in your mailbox or on my desk. So if you have this at your table, it should be in your mailbox if you don't want to earn tickets. If you want a chance to earn tickets, put it on my desk. That's awesome, that's okay.